And now let's see how it will perform in the real world. Well, today it's winter, so it does not kinda like cold. It does weird stuff and kinda slowly tilts the camera right now, but it still does perform kinda good. First, let's see the functions. It has only 5 functions, which 3 of them are for mirrorless cameras and the last 2 of them are for DSLR. What I really don't like is that the second one function doesn't exist on DSLR mode, but I do use it and for DSLR, and sometimes it does not work, at least with my 550D, which is not that heavy. It does not work sometimes. It does tremble, and I can't use some of the footage, but most of the part it does work very good, even with all the functions. So let me show you right now all of the function before I'm going to start running a little or do some kind of stuff to see how it does perform and how it does stabilize pretty good. As you saw, when I switched to DSLR mode, it didn't respond very good. Maybe because the camera is not that heavy, so that's why it does that. But never tried that mode because they're the same as the mirrorless. Just you don't have the lock on everything. So for now, let's see. How it does perform on some stuff around here. First, I'm going to try and run, and you'll see how good it does stabilize the footage. So let's start. And now further. After that, you see how it does perform when I walk, and it does very good. Now let's try some stuff around here. as you can see, it does perform very good. I don't know what is happening sometimes with my 550D. It does some weird stuff. I mean, as you can see before, the motors don't try to stabilize, because I don't think it's because of the weight, because it does say to 500 grams to 1 kilo, and the 550D with the kit lens, it has around 600 grams or 800, I think, close to there. I don't know why it does that, but when you move, it does work very good. It does that when the camera stays still most of the time. Now let's see with the battery. As you can see, it has a handle which you mount around the stabilizer. That has one battery separate, as you saw, and 4 more batteries in the stabilizer. The battery on the handle, it says that it lasts like 8 to 10 hours, I think, close to there. Well, I didn't test it that much, but it does last a lot. The battery on the stabilizer, I did test it most of the time with my 550D. I didn't put on my 5D Mark III, which it does handle it very good with the 24 to 70 L lens f2.8, which is kind of heavy, and it does handle very good. It does stabilize it. But I think with that camera, the battery will last a little less. It does say that it lasts to 2 hours and 5, depends on the camera. I did test it a lot with my 550D, and it does last like that, maybe even more. But it did last to me close to 5 hours and 6, around there. What you have to keep in mind is, even the handle is turned off, the battery will still drain, so it's better to remove it if you don't use it, because you will start to take the stabilizer and wonder why it does not work, because the battery did drain its power. I don't know why it does that, even if it's turned off, but it does that, and keep in mind about that. Another cool feature, which I didn't take a tripod with me, is that you can mount the stabilizer on the tripod, and with the handle you can move it around it. I'll make a presentation and I will include it in this video. Well, if I don't know I don't know the distance anymore. I think it's around 10 meters that it has the radio, and you can control it with the mount, with the handle. In this part it will be presented with 5D Mark III, so you can see how it does stabilize it with a heavier camera. As you can see, it does still stabilize very good. As you can see, sometimes there are some shakes, but not that very hard ones. Here are some running. As you can see, it's even more effective, but well, here I got stuck in the branches. As you can see here, without even restabilize the camera, I can zoom in, and the stabilizer still works with this camera. But now the stabilizer does not work such very good. Of course, with very steady hands you can still have some footage to use, but it's not that great. But keep in mind, it still works, and it's not a high-end stabilizer. As you can see here, some shakes. But you can still have some decent footage with it, and some running, which, yeah, nothing good at all. And here you can see with the handle in a distance that you can control it. What I don't like about this one is when you press it, it does not go very smooth. It just at one point it starts to move the camera, and it's kind of tricky to use it. But you can use it like this, as you can see here. You can also see one of my videos, Discover Romania, in episode 6. I did use it most of the time, the 550D with my stabilizer, with this stabilizer. And you can see there how it did perform. I will include in this video some of the clips. And yeah, if you have any questions about it or so on, do suggest it, and I might make another video with the answers or the presentation if you want to see how it does perform in other situation, on how you use it. On how I do use it, it does perform very well. Of course, it won't be like a professional one because this is a handle one, and it does not have that power as a high-end one, but it does handle very good. Well, with that said, it was nice, and around outside is very good. See you in the next video. Bye bye.